he's stuck on mortal thoughts, on these tangible things that we have, what's going to happen? That weak nature is going to be activated. And what comes along with weak nature? Doubt. I don't know where I'm going with it. What is a doubt an enemy of? Faith.
Yep. Doubt will take you out.
And unlike some of these groups, we are faith-based Israelites. Okay? Because that substance and evidence that faith brings along is what's going to get us through this thing.
You see, in our faith is a precious thing to have, man, because we live in a world where faith is at an all-time low. So faith is a very precious thing. And the ones that really have faith, are the elect, man, because that's a gift from the Lord himself. That's a gift that has to be bestowed on someone to actually believe and actually not just believe, but also be a doer, man, be a doer of the word.
We're about to headlong into the unknown. You better have a full cup of faith with you. It better be mingled with faith. Because all of these guys that have these $1 million Israelite bank accounts, IUSUPK and IUIC, and y'all did good. You did good. You look real shiny. Cute. But when they lock that bank account down, when they say, oh, this is hateful, when all the glory and the glitz and the lights are turned off, it's going to be about your faith.
I gotta make it up to you. Oh,
JMC.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. No honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect. Push this word, truth, sincerity. This is the brother Tawab Bakar, back out here in GMS Inland Empire, back with another pre-workout. And this week, what I want to go into is faith, man. You know what I mean? That's, the Lord putting the spirit on us to come out here and teach this word. To push these shows out, that requires faith. It's in the times that we're approaching, the times that are approaching, that we're getting ready to deal with, Jacob's trouble. Our faith is going to have to be very, very high, at a high level. And this is why we do what we do. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai Shai, to build our faith and to build each other's faith, man. And all these things that's getting ready to transpire, we gotta have a sound mind, and know that and trust that everything that we've been going into, speaking about, is going to come to pass, man. And that the Lord is going to be with us, man, and deliver us out of these straits. But important ingredient to have is faith, man. So I'm gonna bring out a few scriptures, and Lord willing, this is edifying. So the first scripture I'm gonna start with is 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 6. It says, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, you are in heaviness, manyfold temptations. And see, when we come into this truth, and that's what we're introduced. In the world we was catching hell, but we didn't understand why. We didn't understand that, we were the people of the Lord. This were the curses that fell upon us, disobeying the word of the Lord, disobeying the Lord's commandments. So now that we've been returned to our nationality, our culture, okay, so to speak, now we understand why why things are the way they are. So now we have a sense between right and wrong. Okay, so us going through all this hell, even though it sucks, we understand that's part of that comes with the truth, that comes with the walk. And it's also, tribulation is also a way of the Lord trying our faith, man, purging us, purging us of this filth that has been embedded in us, in our ignorance, That's why this thing is referred to the water, because it washes spiritually, the spiritual water that cleanses our mind, man, renews our mind. Okay? It says, let me read the verse again. Wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season time, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perish. You see, in our faith is a precious thing to have, man, because we live in a world where faith is at an all-time low. So faith is a very precious thing. And the ones that really have faith, are the elect, man, because that's a gift from the Lord himself. That's a gift that has to be bestowed on someone to actually believe and actually not just believe, but also be a doer, and be a doer of the word. Okay, because that shows, that puts your faith. What's the word? Basically, you exhibiting your faith through your works, man. Okay. It says that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua HaMashiach. Right, because everything that we're going through right now, like I said, it sucks. It doesn't feel good in the moment, but like it says, when that time's coming, but those things that we've gone through and overcome, it's gonna be found unto praise and honor, man. And when Jacob's trouble comes, we all gonna be tested, man. And Lord willing, the Lord keep that spirit upon us to reject that Esau's bullshit, man. Okay. Because like the scripture said, if it were possible, they may deceive the very elect. But the very elect will not be deceived, man. Okay? Because ultimately, Lord, the elect have already been purchased, man. They're not for sale. Okay? All right, let me get Hebrews, and I'm going to wrap it up. Quick hit. All right, this is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And see, that's the beauty of faith, man. Us not having the visual, you can visualize it in your mind. You can visualize a finished product or whatever, the outcome, whatever goal that you're trying to reach. You can envision that goal being accomplished in your mind, but you need the faith to get to that point. Like we can visualize the kingdom. Brothers have, hey man, the Lord puts beautiful spirits on certain brothers to put illustrations out there for us to see. Brothers make those certain videos where you can, give you a visualization, even though we know, like, we can't even fathom how the kingdom's gonna be, but it gives you that visual, like to keep you motivated, man, to keep you pushing towards that goal, man. And that's what faith is all about, man. Faith is having that mindset of continuing the push to get to that destination, man. And that's what we have going through the spirit of fire, Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, to the end. Okay, now we jump down to 6. All right, this is Hebrew 11 and 6. Okay, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. You see that? So without faith, right, without you having that mind frame, okay, you can't even please the Most High, because the Most High is gonna look at like, man, this dude is full of shit. So that's what this thing's all about. It's all about faith, and it's gonna come down to that. Because brothers got jobs, brothers got things in this world, but these things are getting ready to be cut off. You gotta get in that mindset of your life is about to drastically change, but what thing is not supposed to change is our faith, man. How about Yahushua, man? Though all the fashion world is always constantly changing, but faith in the Lord or steadfastness and believing in Yahweh Shem Shai is never supposed to change, man. Okay? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I pray this is edifying to sincere brothers as well as you sisters out there. Stay strong, keep pushing, man. We almost out this bitch. So with that, I'm gonna give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Hakadash. Give honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect, which is true sincerity. Shalom.